This tutorial will show you the steps to add questions to a new quiz. We had some previous tutorials for setting up a quiz, including all of the settings for that. And this one is going to show you how to add questions to this new quiz. So you can either click the quizzes under activities here to get a list of all your quizzes, or if you happen to see the quiz right on your screen, you can click it and go directly to it. That's what we're going to do here. We'll click the one we called Quiz for Week 1. It opens up, and since there's no questions in the quiz, you see that on the left. And when a quiz is not been attempted yet, or it's being created and there's been no attempts on it, you see this double screen when you go to the quiz to add questions. And you have the question bank over on the right, and then the questions in the quiz on the left, which is blank right now because it's new. So now let's look at the question bank and look at the categories under it. If you click the category pull down, you'll see that there are at least 3 category headings to start off with. The first one is the default for this quiz that you're in. It has nothing in it because we haven't done anything to it yet. And then you have the course default. So any of the quizzes in the course can draw from questions that are put into here. And these, we've already got some questions put into this course. And then the third one is the category for the professor. So any questions that are put into this category can be, the professor can use these questions in any of his courses. Okay, so that's the way the categories start out being organized, and you can add subcategories to them by using the categories link up here at the top. Alright, so now this is showing which categories are going to be displayed. So it starts out displaying the ones for the Moodle Train course here, so we're going to leave it there, and we're going to scroll down and take a look at these questions. So you see all these questions that are showing up here that shows you the type of question over on the right by these little symbols like multiple choice or true false, those kinds of things. So you got all your questions that are in this category that you can choose from. Alright, so we're going to pick a few questions from this category and put them into the quiz, and you can do that a couple of ways. You can either click find a question that you want, click the little blue chevrons there that say add to quiz. So let's do that for this one. We're going to click that, and it will show up into the questions for the quiz on the left side. Okay, now there's another way to do it if you've got several questions that you want to add to it that's a little bit quicker. And so there you would just pull down and scroll down and then click various questions that you want to add to that. So we'll click these 3. Alright, then go down to the bottom by scrolling. And click the add to quiz. It says with selected add to quiz. We selected 3 of them. Click add to quiz, and they should come over here on the left side, and you'll see all these 4 questions, the one that we added with the single move over icon, and then the 3 that we added with the select icon. So that's how you select the various questions from whichever category you like and move them over to the quiz. Now you may want to create a new question, and there's a section for that. Create new question. You choose the type of question you want under that by clicking the pull down box, and then it gives you a screen that lets you add the question. So first though, select the category that you're going to add this new question in, and let's move now to the default for this quiz, and let's say we want to add a question that only gets used in this quiz. So we select that default for quiz for week 1. It goes to that, which you see there's no questions in here yet, so we're going to create a new question. So we choose the type, And let's say we choose, let's make it a simple true-false question. Now we're in the screen adding a true-false question. Go down to the question name, and you can name this what you want. The student won't see this, but you can also use the question in this question name box just so you know what it is. So we're going to just make a simple one here. Now let me point out that one little trick you can do here is, because the students don't see this field, you can put the answer in here if you like. Just type what you want. So that way, if you're going over questions and answers in class with them after the quiz, you can have the answer right at your fingertips there. So now you can type in the actual question that the student will see. This is a true-false question. When you've done that, scroll down and make any other changes to your grade, penalty factors, or anything you want to do. Select the correct answer, which in this case is true, and we will go down to the bottom and click Save Changes. And this puts you back where you see the question bank with this question is there, highlighted in green here. And if you'd like to add that to the quiz, just click the little icon to the left, Add to Quiz. And that puts the question over under the quiz. So that's basically shown you how to add questions to the quiz from different sections of the question bank, how to create a new question. Now if you want to just see the questions alone, all of your question bank and not the questions that are in this quiz, you can click this questions link up at the top and you'll see just the questions. Now you have to look at your pull down to see what you're looking. Right now you're just looking at this quiz for week 1, which has the one question we added. This one for Moodle Train default has a lot of questions in it. Also want to point out this setting, display questions from subcategories too. With that, the default is to have that checked on, and if that's on, it will show you all of the questions that are under this, which would be in this case 58 questions from the final, 64 from the midterm. So all of those questions are shown because this display questions from subcategories is clicked too. So if you want to just see questions from a particular subcategory, go to that subcategory, like say final, and then click off that setting, which will then show you only the questions that are in the final exam. And if you wanted to see the like the midterm questions, you'd click that, and with that setting off, you're only getting the questions from the midterm. If you want to see them all, click it back on. Then if you go up to select the default for Moodle Train, you get all of the questions. Now if you'd like to edit the categories, you click the categories link at the top, and you'll see the edit category screen, which enables you to use the controls to delete, add, edit the various categories, and create subcategories within them. So that's how you edit the categories. Now if you want to actually take a look at the quiz as the student would see it, you can click the preview tab here. So that puts you in the preview screen, and you can actually see the questions just as the student sees them. You can actually take the test, submit it, and get your grade if that's what the setting is for, to give the grade immediately. And going back to the edit tab will put you right back into your question bank and questions in the quiz. So that's how you add questions to a quiz.